Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. This is Anakai Media. We are your hosts. My name is Ocean Simeon.
I'm Taylor Vera.
And on this episode, we're going to bring to you our initial impressions of Disney Plus and Marvel's newest original series, Miss Marvel. First episode came out this past Wednesday. We're going to talk about it, talk about what we liked, what we didn't like. And if you guys want to hear what our reaction to the trailer was, you can find that video like 4 or 5 episodes back or something like that. But we reacted to the trailer, and then now we're going to give our initial impressions. So we'll do a quick spoiler-free, just real quick, because this is only an episode worth of reaction. So we'll so quick. Like, to me, it's an easy watch. I don't know that I would like say, hey, you gotta go watch this right now or anything. But if you already watched this week's episode of Kenobi and don't feel like going to the movies, I don't think it's a bad thing to watch.
I guess if you like Captain Marvel, you should watch this. That's about it.
All right. I mean, I will say that it's not as bad as I was anticipating. I mean, if you watch our trailer reaction, it was we threw a lot of shade at it. But for me, at least, it wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be. So I don't know. You have any other spoiler free?
No. I mean, yeah, that's. I should probably just wait until spoilers. So,
all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the spoiler free. If you, like I said, if you have nothing else to watch, give it a shot. Maybe you'll find it more relatable or more enjoyable than we do. But I don't think it's the worst. I think
if you have nothing else to watch, go rewatch something else instead of watching this. But
all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's your official.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to stand by my statement that I said off air that this, to me, was the best thing that I watched this week. Not saying that this was good or that it was like blew me away or anything, but out of everything else that I watched this week, movies and TV shows, to me, this was the best thing that I watched. No, you hated it.
I mean, why?
Because I was expecting to get the character from the video games, and there was just. I don't think
it's actually very similar. If I pulled up video game footage, I could probably relate. It's obviously a little bit different because it's like in the game, it's much grander in scale, I guess.
Well, also in the game, like they get their powers differently. In the game, she's inhuman, and this she's gets her powers from some wristband or whatever,
which is stupid.
Yeah. So, like I said, this is not by. I'm not saying this is top of the line Marvel TV show
supposedly
content.
That's just like the character too, not just the game. Like in the comics, I guess that's how she normally gets her powers.
Oh, okay. So in the game,
this is like totally new.
Wait,
like the wristband thing.
Oh, that's not in the comics.
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know for sure though, but that's just what I saw
from what you read. So, for me, they took away some of the things that I couldn't stand about the game, and did differently in this, and then. I don't know. I like the dynamic between her and the invention guy or whatever his name is. I don't know what his name is, but you have a picture of them too, right?
What about the friend?
Yeah,
that's
that guy.
Like a future love interest.
Oh yeah, guarantee. I mean, obviously, but
you see, I liked this character.
Yeah,
but their whole like. I don't really know, relationship, I guess, whatever you call it. I mean, it just kind of seems like a stereotypical, like, like the
token
new
white friend.
Spider-Man kind of thing. Like it's just
Yeah.
like the friend thing.
Which I think we mentioned it in the trailer reaction. I'm not sure, but because I think I mentioned that it, especially that cover shot, was giving me very Spider-Man-y, like friendly neighborhood
Yeah.
superhero kind of vibes. And in the world of superheroes right now, I'm all for a smaller character. You know what I mean? Like we have so many grand movies. Like I mean, Thor: Love and Thunder is coming out in like a couple weeks from now. So we have all these grand stories going on. I'm okay with something a little bit smaller and more neighborhoody, like Spider-Man. I like the, I don't know what you would call it. Like I don't know if it's considered cinematography or just the way that the movie, or not the movie, the TV show is put together. Meaning like they show, like when they're talking about how they're gonna get to Marvel Con or Avenger Con and back. But
Oh, you mean like a drawing and stuff?
Yeah, like kind of like how we talked was kind of like Scott Pilgrim versus the World S.
Yeah, which I mean, I'll say like when in the trailer when we talked about that, I do like that, and that it is kind of like there in the show.
I like the level of
but
what
it's, I don't know, to me like it's just that but worse.
I like the level at which it is. I don't like that it's in your face all the time, but I also like that there's a little bit of it. There's a little bit of like fantasy within the TV show. Like it's or imagination, I should say. It takes place in her imagination. And I don't know. I'm actually intrigued to see where this story goes. Like I'm intrigued to see what is, first of all, what's the big bad, because in the game, or from what I know, because I didn't read the comics on Miss Marvel, but from the game, the big bag is Taskmaster and all of the
Taskmaster.
Yeah. So obviously that's not gonna happen here. But so what is the big?
Didn't they use him in something else, right?
Black Widow.
Yeah, that's right.
And it wasn't a him.
Oh.
Yeah. So
At least he looked cool.
yeah, it did look cool, but it wasn't a him, and that was my biggest problem. But whatever, we're not reviewing Black Widow or anything. So I'm interested to see what the big bad is. I'm interested to see how these powers affect her and her family, because the family dynamic is, I don't know. I'm a sucker for minority based family relationships. Yeah, I for me, I'm just a sucker for that. You know, her parent, or she's Middle Eastern, and her parents are very strict and very involved in her life and telling her what she can and can't do, and obviously she went against what they said to do, and that's how she ended up with the powers or whatever. So I'm intrigued to see how that folds out, and I know that that's me personally, just because that I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff.
I mean, her family. It's funny. Well, I guess I'll just say it. Literally, I like everybody in this except for this main
Except
character.
for Cap or Miss Marvel. Or
Kamala
Khan. Yeah, my bad.
Let's be real. Kamala Khan.
Yeah.
Her family actually really like a lot, especially her parents.
Yeah. That scene when the scene where she makes the dress or the whole costume, and then her dad busts into the room as the whole, I was just cracking up.
That's actually probably the first big moment, and I do like. I was gonna wait till later, but I guess we'll get into it because he brought up the scene, because that starts it. This episode that they have is kind of a big red flag, in my opinion, because especially from that moment when they reveal the Hulk thing, it's funny at first until you realize like what's actually happening, and this is not going to affect you because you've never done it before.
Sure.
But this affects me personally, and it's kind of like really big. Is she ends up, well, first, obviously, they initially denied her going to Adventure Con, right? And then blah, blah, blah. The brother talks to them, and then they let her go. And so she's like, oh, we have a surprise, though. But, like, you're not going as Captain Marvel. You can go as the Hulk. And then the dad comes in, and he's, like, all dressed up and stuff. And he's, like, fully into it. And honestly, this, like I said, this is where I get, like, really immediately got turned off to the main character.
Oh,
Is
because
she just straight up like, this it's funny because you're saying, like, you say like you like the family dynamic because of, you're saying how strict her parents are for her, but at the same time the way she acts is entitled.
Yeah, very much so. And
it's really stupid. And so she, like, her parents, and like especially her dad, right?
Yeah.
Like when he does that moment and he comes in and stuff and he's like super into it and be like, oh, like I'm the Hulk, and he's like dressed up. He looks great.
Yeah, and then she shuts him down.
I love his energy, and she immediately shuts him down.
Well, that's what I was trying to say. Is like it was funny, and then it just took a like sharp turn, and it was like, oh, she just like shit on her dad, and now her dad's sad.
Yeah, but it continues like beyond just that scene, because basically throughout the rest of this episode, I just want to say this is exactly the kind of person who should never be cosplaying, because this is literally just toxic and toxicity, where she basically yells at her dad and tells him that he looks stupid, and then his costume and everything.
Right.
And she does this throughout the episode, because whenever they go to AdventureCon, and like even when she's like thinking of her plan and stuff that you were talking about earlier, she act like, remember when she like comes up to the bush and is like, oh, the driver lets me on because I look so good and everybody else looks so bad. This is the exact kind of person I never want to see you at a convention.
That's an interesting viewpoint that I obviously didn't think about, because I've never cosplayed and I've never gone to
and the
conventions and stuff.
This does exist, but you should never be promoting this. And it's annoying because now it's in a Marvel thing, so it's gonna have a lot of people watching it.
Yeah.
And it basically just, like, I'm not saying it glorifies it, but because it's Marvel, like, and everybody generally is probably gonna like it, I feel like that's just giving it a bad, like if it was something racist, it would be like the same thing of like, you just shouldn't really be doing that.
I get what you're saying. You're saying as a cosplayer, you should never be, like, if you're dressing up as cosplay, or if you are a cosplayer, you should never be looking down on other people for their costumes.
Even if you're not a cosplayer, the whole point of it
is to express.
Is to just express yourself, and like you're not like, you don't have to look like
there's
anything.
No right or wrong.
You do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like this is literally just like typical like. I mean, I don't really know what word specifically, but like, you know, like you're just criticizing people for the way they look.
Yeah.
Which is the opposite of what this is supposed to be.
Oh, opposite of what cosplay is supposed to be.
Yeah. I mean, kind of. Like, it's really just fans coming together in a way.
Right. I mean, like, from what I understand, the cosplay is just people that love like certain fandoms and stuff and want to express their admiration and love for the characters or whatever. And it does, like you said, it's not really a right or wrong when it comes to
like it doesn't matter who you are, what you look like, what you want to do. It should be fine, and like you'll be great at it. But this character literally shits on that throughout this show. I
never looked at it that way. I never had that viewpoint. That's I mean, I can see how, like, thinking about certain parts in the TV show or in the episode, you can see how that would upset somebody that does like cosplay and feels that way, because like she even like and it's majority of this episode is focused on her winning a cosplay competition,
right? Which is, you know, cool in itself, like the event,
right.
But like this character literally just ruins it in multiple ways.
I hear that
by the end of the show, and it's funny. Because once they get to AdventureCon, she sees like her stupid little like I don't really know what you call it, like it's not really a rival, but like just a girl that she doesn't like at school. Which also on top of that, there was like, I don't know why they had like a weird I mean, I don't know if it was just me, but they had like unnecessary shots of like her in the girls' locker room with like, a bunch of girls like that are obviously playing as high school girls.
Yeah,
like,
but it's meant to be high school. Why are we looking at high school girls?
That's what's like. Why is this in a Marvel thing? Like, I don't like. It has no relevance to what, like, because everything because I'm pretty sure it was just like something of her like getting bullied or whatever.
Right. She had gotten,
but she didn't need to have that in the the locker room to do
Yeah.
that.
No, you're all right. It is a high school. It's meant to take place in high school. There's no reason why we should be looking at girls and
Like you,
high
I mean, she
school
could have been
girls
in the
locker room.
bathroom, but just like by the sink or something.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to show little girls. Like they're not. I'm assuming they're not actually
No, they're not
young
that,
girls.
yeah.
But I'm just saying, like it's a weird
Right.
thing to be showing.
Huh.
And then, so once they get to Adventure Con again, they bring this character. You see her again,
Yeah.
but she's also dressed as Captain Marvel,
yeah.
but in a different outfit. And again, but except this time it includes the friend. They both are like, "Oh, that's not even
Accurate.
accurate." And it's like, it does,
Yeah.
again, that's not the point.
It's funny you say that because when I was watching the show, I had verbally like agreed to that. Like when she said, or when the friend was like, "Oh yeah, she's dressed as Captain Marvel, but doesn't even look right." I verbally was like, "Yeah, you're right," but that's coming from somebody that until this point doesn't know or didn't understand that the whole point of cosplay is to express how yourself. So definitely got me thinking a lot about certain parts in this movie.
So basically, yeah, like I said, they see the girl, she's in a little outfit or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, like that's not accurate." Again, nobody cares. That's
Yeah.
the whole point, is you can do whatever you want and it's fine. So, and then on top of that, like, her outfit, like, again, it's like, you're going to talk all this smack and you don't even look that good.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real. Like, if you really want to go there, you don't look good either. Like, the coolest thing that you had is the gloves that your friend made that you then left in the bathroom.
Well, yeah, she had to for the story's sake, but yeah. No, I hear what you're saying. I never thought about it in that respect. And I know it's definitely because I've never cosplayed or anything before. So, yeah, I could see how that would leave a bad taste in your mouth for the rest of the movie.
Or show.
Or show. Sorry. I keep saying movie. I don't know why. But, yeah, I could see how that would leave a bad taste for sure. I still am interested, though. I still am interested to see what happens going forward. I do like the way that the powers, like, instead of her arms just extending, like,
I mean, it
like
looks nicer.
Yeah,
but it's
a discount.
basically like
it's the same. No, it is.
Yeah.
It's the same, but to me it looks better than her just
on
being.
top of that, when she actually
of,
finally like get to see her powers, it's so stupid because it's just like she starts like shooting stuff and it's like, and she's destroying everything in the convention, and it's like, why aren't you just stop or do something about it instead of just standing there letting it go? And then she like breaks the giant Ant-Man thing.
Yeah, and that Ant-Man head rolled for a long time.
That like I know this is Marvel, so it's not actually gonna happen, but that thing ended up rolling and hitting that other girl. Yeah. She would have died.
Oh yeah, the hammer.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like when the hammer on, that would have straight up killed her in real life.
Yeah.
There's no way, but of course it's not gonna happen.
I mean, it would have seriously messed her up. There was no way getting hit like that she would have been able to grab on.
I don't know, because I feel like she would have got, not necessarily from the initial impact, but that toppled with being flung into like the building.
Yeah.
Probably would have like.
Yeah.
And for how small she is, yeah, at least critically injured her.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And that's it's not a good first thing, Miss Marvel. So I don't know.
We'll see what the story has in store for her. This is 6 episodes, right? I'm guessing.
Probably.
Yeah. So we'll see what's in store for her. I'm gonna continue to watch it, but I will say that going forward from here, I'm gonna pay a little bit more attention to the issues that you brought up that I wasn't aware of before. But yeah, I'm still intrigued. So I still want to know what happens.
I'll probably, I mean, initially I wasn't going to watch it again, but I'll probably watch one episode. And depending on how the second episode is, I either keep watching it or not. Because this is, I don't know, my opinion is this is a terrible first episode.
Yeah, I mean, I can see from what you're saying. I can understand why you would feel that way. So, uh, ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you guys thought of the first episode of Miss Marvel. Uh, did you guys play the video games or play the video game? And are you?
Hopefully not. Don't give them
Hopefully
money.
you didn't waste that money. But
We didn't. We just stole it or borrowed it.
let us know what you guys thought about Disney Plus's rendition of Kamala Khan and whether or not you guys are intrigued or want to see more, or if this is a Marvel TV show that you're going to pass on and wait for the next one. Thank you guys for being here. We appreciate all of your guys' support. We've been getting a lot of it recently, and we just want to say thank you. And we hope to see you guys like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode.
Bye, guys.